Hi, fourth hour personal finance students. I hope you had a great weekend and enjoyed the homecoming game and all the festivities. I'm sorry I will not be in class today and I will be there tomorrow. So excited to catch up on your weekends and how you're doing. But in the meantime, I would love for you to first view this screencast as I go through what I would hopefully do for you today in class and then what's expected of you as you're in the pack. And then hopefully we're back in class tomorrow. So first, just go ahead and go to Schoology. And I hope everything works. I double checked everything too. But opening up Schoology, this week we're going to do 3-1, how a checking account works. And then we'll do a 3-2 section and a 3-3. Today will be mostly on your own, obviously without me there. I'm looking forward though, look to Thursday. And we're going to have a guest speaker about paying for college. So I'd love if you would be intentional about asking a few questions that would really benefit you for this guest speaker. So Thursday we'll have that person come in, and then our summative assignment will be Friday and Monday this week. So step one is to open up our unit 1. We're still in managing careers and money, and we're looking at investigating checking and banking. So go ahead and open that. One second, maybe let me finish this. And then we're in section 3, so banking and checking, and you can go ahead and open that. To start, I'm just going to walk through a few of the notes that I did want to talk about, and then I'll go through the assignment. So I'm going to open this up. First, obviously many of you in class have a checking account and know quite a bit about it, so I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but there's a few things that I'd love to talk about that I think are beneficial as you navigate life. So to start in this kind of 3.1, one of the outcomes is going to be describe the purpose of a checking account and all the different forms that are associated with it. Explain how to use a checking account, and then discuss the types of checking accounts. Throughout the lessons, you will go through some of the fees and some of the different things to be aware of. To start, just a few things from this. Obviously, a check is just a written order of us to pay someone. So just an important thing to have. Obviously, a lot of us use our debit card for that. With that said, it's just really important that you know how to write out a check, that you know when that person will be putting that check into the bank. And so you know that money is going to be withdrawn from your account and when that happens. And also that looking at if something were to happen to your check, and you can always go and cancel that so it doesn't clear. I'm going to skip this. One thing to keep in mind too is that you want to be really aware. Next week or maybe later this week, we're going to go through and actually reconcile a checking account. And so there's overdraft fees that come with what they refer to as a bounced check. Lastly, one thing before I move on to be aware of is that once you write out a check, or even just on your debit card, there's a period of time that it hasn't quite cleared the bank. And so you want to be really aware of how much you're spending, and be checking your online account often. I know that I have the TCF Bank app, and I just use it pretty much daily to make sure I have enough money. And on every day I look to see how much cash is flowing in and flowing out. I'm going to exit on this. I don't want to spend a ton of our time, but I will be to be continued with checking later in the week. This lesson, they go through what a checking account's used for, the variety of ways that you can deposit or withdraw your funds, looking at writing a check, using the ATM, obviously some of the consequences that come with not using the banking system correctly, how to read a bank statement, and then understand what are the components and how to interpret where your money goes. So I'm just going to go into that folder right now. Here's what it's expected to begin with. So we're going to go with the discussion post. Typically, this would be just something I'd actually ask you to talk about. So in here, I just love just a really basic response. There is an article to open up. Read the first few paragraphs. You don't need to read all of it, but you can go ahead and go into this checking account, my favorite website, Investopedia, but go through and figure out a few things about it, and then list some ways to get your money out of the checking account, lists ways that you can put it back into there, and then why is it important to have a free checking account. So go through, answer those questions. I'm just going to go ahead and go back. Once you've done your discussion post, hopefully you're seated by a friend, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. We're back into how a checking account works. Sorry. After that, I added an infographic, and so this is good reasons to open up a checking account. And it just goes through. One of the things I love, and we'll talk about a little bit later, is this Mint app that offers ways to track your finances as well. This also talks about how your money is safe at a bank, why that's important. And then through this, just another discussion post. So at your table or next to someone in the pack, go through and answer the questions independently. I'm not going to play this sweet guy, Ask Ash Cash. Shh, please be quiet. Play this, but go ahead and look at it. It's just something that I'd love for you to view. Gives you some good tips on how a checking account works. Below, this is talking about credit and debit. And so ways to deposit money. And then the next one is ways to withdraw the money. That goes through. Another quick way, we're going to actually do an activity later that goes through how to reconcile a bank statement. So you want to watch this, and we will come back to this activity later. Last thing I want you to do is just your exit ticket for the day. Go ahead and open up this or embed it in here. And there's 3 questions to submit. And so I'd love for you to go through everything. And then when you're done, you are done. I hope you enjoyed 4th hour, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.